Hello, my name is Brian Javeline, President and CEO of Service Exchange, and we have a product called MyOnlineToolbox that specifically targets tech-savvy contractors. This internet tool helps contractors find work, manage their jobs, and get paid quicker. But I'm getting way ahead of myself because I know some of you viewers out there might be saying, what did he say, tech-savvy contractors? There aren't any. For you non-believers out there, I suggest you immediately stop watching this video because I just simply don't want to waste your time. But for you contractors and related professionals who completely agree that the internet and mobile computing is the only way to survive in the future and the only way to thrive in the future, then please come with me into my office for a moment. I'd like to further introduce you to me, my company, and more importantly, the hundreds of contractors just like you have helped us put this all together. Come on inside. Thank you for coming into my office. Now, many people may believe that contractors are great craftsmen but are lousy business people, and that may be the case in certain circumstances. But the reality is that the average contracting company is a small, mobile business with a very limited budget and simply doesn't have the tools to become better business people. Everyone else in other types of businesses is completely connected, but not the contractor. For example, when was the last time you sent one of your customers an email alert that you weren't going to be showing up to one of your appointments on time? Better yet, when did you automatically send your customer a follow-up email alert to say, by the way, I missed this appointment and I plan on coming back at this later time. How convenient is it for you? The sooner you adapt this type of thinking for the power of the internet and the power of connecting to your customer, immediately your customer will start treating you like a better business person. Our philosophy is to continuously focus on business issues that directly impact you, customers who understand the power of the internet and how it helps in connecting with you and your customers. And it has to be easy. That's a big challenge in itself, and I'm going to further elaborate that on a moment, but let's just stay focused to the basics of your business. And when you think about it, your business really is not that difficult to automate, but there's many software companies that have already evolved that over time, whether it's 5 years or even 10 years in business, they had a simple, easy solution to use, and they started adding feature upon feature upon feature, and then 5 to 10 years later, the product is not simply easy to use. That's something that is a focus of us to keep the basics of the business in the power of your hand. Let's focus in on some of the business problems facing the industry and take it from there. And I want to start with, say, the existing software suppliers that are out there. Many of them are selling Windows-based software packages that you need to install and manage. They expect small companies like you to purchase a firewall, always have time to back up the system, time to manage it with installing bug fixes and so forth. Personally, are these people crazy? Do they realize someone like you is always on the road and you're never in one place at any one time to be able to manage any of this stuff? And even if you were a big company, more than likely things would be slipping through the cracks when it comes to installing and managing a Windows-based package. The bottom line is, Windows-based software packages are a thing of the past. Software as a service is a thing of the future, it's a thing of the internet, and it's very important for a company that's always on the go, that has a very limited budget with no staff to manage software. Now let's talk about two things that are important in the software world. One is change, and the other one is change as a constant. The reality is, in this fast-moving technology business, things are moving so fast that there is the basic business rules that are always colliding with the additional technology features that we want to attempt to take advantage of, and at the same time figure out ways how to quickly get them into our systems as well as easily get them in. The only way to do that effectively is to, one, have it online, and two, have it accessible to everybody to make comments and offer suggestions on how to clean it and make it even easier and quicker. The best way to do that is to have a collaborative community with all of you online at the same exact time. Now let's talk about the other area of our business that we really don't like to talk about, which is bugs, software bugs. I hate to say it, everybody will have software bugs, including us. It just is a fact of life when you're in this type of business. But when everybody's online at the same time, the reality is somebody else most likely will find it first before you. We will start fixing it, and by the time you log on next, we're already going to have the software bug fix already installed, already implemented, and you may not even realize that it ever occurred. Now that is a massive advantage for when you are online as a software as a service feature connected to an online community. There's nothing for you to worry about, and you simply get a chance to use the package and don't worry about anything else because it's my problem, not yours. Now let's talk a little bit about consulting. There's a fleet of software companies out there who would like to convince you that consulting is required to best use their software. Why? Maybe it's because their software is not too easy to use as compared to what they say on their websites and brochures. And let's think of it another way. When was the last time you hired a consultant to help you learn about online banking? When was the last time you hired a consultant to learn how to navigate all the different features of Yahoo, MySpace, Facebook, and LinkedIn? The reality is that my software competitors like to believe you have no idea what the basics are of your business, as well as how to run it on the internet, and they feed off of it. And put another way, the average consultant will charge your company in a few hours what we'd like to charge you in a year to run your entire business. So you don't need a consultant when software is easy. And also keep in the back of your mind that when you are with a consultant, they are taking away from your valuable time being out on the road and doing some jobs. So they're hitting you two ways. One, taking money out of your pocket to teach you what you already know about your business. And two, they're already taking you away from jobs that you could be doing. So now you're that software company a little bit nervous about how I'm talking to you today. And what's the next thing they're going to try to do to scare you? Well, they're going to tell you that mobile computing, using the power of the internet, is unreliable. I'm going to keep my response rather simple and say, how reliable is your cell phone? Let me tell you a little bit about myself, because I really love this industry that I'm in, predominantly in the creation of software and the solving of business problems. Right out of college, a little bit over 20 years ago, I started in the apparel industry, helping small mom-and-pop businesses create solutions to run their manufacturing businesses. And they were actually rather complex, much more complex actually than the traditional contracting industry. And that was 20 years ago that we were dealing with mom-and-pop guys to be able to help automate their business. And over about a 15-year period, I learned a lot. I was actually traveling all throughout the United States and internationally working with small companies. And then unfortunately that industry changed and moved over abroad to India and China. And luckily, I was able to move into another business environment, into private banking, which is actually a very dramatic change from dealing with the mom and pop world. But what I gained from that exposure was learning, first of all, how to adapt from the traditional old way of working with software that resided on a server and go to the new way of providing software as a service on the internet. And more importantly, I also was able to learn how to collaborate online. From that, though, it was actually a lot of fun in creating the packages, but I did miss something, and what I missed was dealing with people directly, and that's actually what I loved. Where even though I was with a traditional white-collar crowd, and I'm not looking to talk condescending to that crowd, I missed working in the traditional blue-collar mindset where the business owner is directly involved with the daily activities of the business, and you could interact and really work strongly together. So I entered into this world approximately 2 years ago in late 2005. All of my friends thought I was crazy because they all said the same thing. You know those contractors, they won't adapt to technology. And you know what? I disagree, and I hope you disagree too and will join us. In addition to providing a product for the industry, I'm happy to announce today that our company will be sponsoring a show, and it's called The Contractor Show. This show will be focused on specifically how the industry can evolve, and we're going to be interviewing everybody. We're going to be interviewing contractors, plumbers, drywall guys, painters, roofers. It doesn't matter. If you evolve in the industry, we'd like to hear from you. We would like to discuss what your problems are, and we would also like to discuss how you think we might be able to solve them. Separately, if you're a professional also in this industry, such as a realtor, who might be thinking of different ways on how they can close on their properties quicker by being better connected to contractors, please reach out to us, and any other profession associated with the contracting industry. It's a key component to how we will succeed in the future and how we will evolve our solution around technology and the internet. And of course, we would like you to come to MyOnlineToolbox.com to subscribe to the product. The beauty is, by the way, we have no contracts, so you start to use the product, you like it, you stay with it. You don't use it. And I'm not worried because I know once you come to it, you're going to be glued to it like stepping on gum. You like it, you love it, you're not leaving us. Finally, if you know some friends out there who really understand what we're talking about and you're already working with them online, please send them our way because that's who we want. All others, please go to the competitors. My name is Brian Javeline. I'm President and CEO of Service Exchange. Our product is My Online Toolbox. Our show is The Contractor Show, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.